Hi everyone, welcome to Cache Walks.
Today we're at Port Waikato, which is at the mouth of the Waikato River, and we're going to find geocaches and we hope fossils.
Come and see how we get on. We headed out into the countryside for a 1.5 hour drive to Port Waikato. We crossed over the Waikato River on the Tuakau Bridge, built in 1933, and followed the river down to where it joins the Tasman Sea.
We parked our car near the Surf Lifesaving Club, and as the tide was out, we went straight to hunt for fossils. The first interesting thing we came across was black sand. The black iron sand was formed 2.5 million years ago from rock deposited on the coast by volcanic activity in the Taranaki region. The iron sands have been transported by ocean currents along the coast and deposited on the beach over 200 kilometres or 124 miles away. There is also pumice from the volcanoes about.
We arrived at the rock outcrop, and the first fossil we found was a plant fossil preserved in the rock. Our main goal was to find a fossilised belemnite.
Belemnites are extinct marine creatures that look similar to a modern squid or cuttlefish. The belemnites here are from the Jurassic period around 150 million years ago. Belemnites were an important food source for many marine creatures. Remains have been found in the stomach contents of crocodilians, plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs. Unlike modern squid, they have a hard internal skeleton. It is a fossil of its bullet-shaped rostrum or guard that is most often found. They probably look much like this modern squid.
We began our hunt in these rocks that were once muddy sediments at the bottom of a Jurassic sea. The layers or strata were originally horizontal when formed. Earth movement over millions of years have tilted them. When you visit, you need to be prepared to find nothing, as belemnites are here but not in large numbers. It's not worth digging, as you could dig for ages and get nothing. We were looking to see if a belemnite was poking out of a rock or a piece had fallen out.
We were having no luck, so I climbed higher up. In great excitement, I saw one. Can you see it? It looks like the pointed end of the guard is missing. The rock mostly crumbles away. You need a geology hammer or a hammer and cold chisel for the harder bits. In this rock, it's very difficult to get belemnites out all in one piece. The pieces can be easily glued back together at home. It was also difficult to get a swing at it, as the small rock pieces underfoot and the steep angle of the strata made it very slippery on the ledge. Filming holding the camera in one hand, my feet jammed against a small piece of firm rock, and scraping with the cold chisel also proved rather difficult.
Just trying to see if I can find the little pointed end of it. So it's weathered out naturally and broken off and come down here somewhere.
We searched all the way back down to the sand, but the pointed end did not find for us. We were still pleased to have part of the guard. This groove protected its posterior artery. Here's a fossil that Lynn found on an earlier visit.
Then it was back along the beach for a picnic lunch. We had to give a swim a miss as a warning flag was up. After lunch we headed north along the beach to find our first geocache of the day. When we got parallel to the cache, which was a short distance inland, we found the sand dunes too high to climb. We went a little further on to a place where we could climb up. The view was great. You could see the Waikato River in the distance and the small settlement of Port Waikato. Then we slowly made our way to ground zero. It wasn't easy to find. We had to hunt about. It had great camo. Can you see the cache?
I found it after a bit of a search around.
Then it was back to the car to find more geocaches. With this virtual, you need to take your photo and email some information to the cache owner. We were surprised as we were second to find here. The next cache was at a historic location, site of an Anglican mission station built in 1839.
They were all signed.
Then it was on to find the last cache of the day at a lovely riverside reserve.
Well, that brings us to the end of this cache walk. We got pretty excited when we found those geocaches, yes, and that Bellum night. That was a real special moment. It was great. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to go geocaching.